Hello, welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast, and I am back with the new project, as you can see. As I'm also sure you can see, it is suspiciously not the game that won the poll, aka Jisenju no Mao. Now here's the thing. I still haven't heard back from Sekai Project about it, so I'm being safe. Because I do remember reading some copyright things about it before, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. However, like I said, they haven't actually replied to me yet, so instead we'll be playing the second place. YoaMae Yori Ruri Irona, aka Brighter Than Dawning Blue. How I'm gonna title these videos, I don't know why I say these, considering you can already, you know, read it. But basically, I'm gonna be titling these are YoaMae Brighter Than Dawning Blue. Also, I just realized that I should probably, actually, no. Here's the thing. It's a bit of a funny situation over here, you know, because I can't put the game on full screen while recording. So instead, I have it windowed. However, it does if I press the settings here. As I'm sure you can see, there are no settings for actually changing the for changing the size of the window and stuff like that. Now let's like that. That always have that high. I was more asking for like a fucking demo of the voice, but okay. But yeah, so in actuality, the game is actually smaller on this screen than it is in OBS, which is kind of a funny situation to have. Either way, so yeah, let's just get into it now. And I have the gay cider. It says weird. Yeah. That's not something I was informed of. Okay, I feel like there's several things currently wrong with the fucking font in this, at the very least. I feel like I have to check the game files if it actually has like a font it wants me to install. I think I see the issue. I opened it without the locale emulator, but that is quickly fixed. I still like how instead of actually trying to pick out a character to put here that fits the game I'm playing, it's just Azumi. Azumi all the way. Azumi every day. Let's see if it's better now. The font. There we go. That's how it's fixed. Remember that may potentially be the reason. Because those watching my, those who watched my Magico S videos probably realized that that is a fucking nightmare as well. This cider tastes kind of off. It's not quite bad. I guess it's fitting that it tastes like a fucking rainbow, as in I can't discern the taste because there's because it tastes like so much. Which my stomach, I already see not liking. But alas.
本当ね。
It's been 6 hours since the two women departed from the moon's communication port. The Earth they once gazed at from the lunar capital now fills the entire window. Lunar capital? The fuck are they? Ballbusters? Jokes.
初めてなので少し不安です。
Their luggage is in a single trunk, which contains only the bare necessities. There's only 10 minutes left before their journey on the lunar Terran transporter comes to an end.
そろそろね。はい。
Seatbelt sign comes on in the cabin, and the two of them buckle up.
ドキドキしてきました。そうね。え？私と比べると姫様は落ち着いてると思ってました。そんなことないわ。
Fina glances out of the window for an instant.
前に来たのはまだまだ小さい頃だったから。あの時のことはほとんど覚えてないの。そうなんですか。
Let me guess, she only remembers one soul young boy, and we don't happen to be that soul young boy. Mia was devouring the view outside the window.
姫様、あの青いところが海なんですよね。全部水なんですよね。そうよ。すごいです。
Mia lets out another gasp.
私も本当にドキドキしてきたみたい。
Oh, they're entering the atmosphere.
見えなくなっちゃいました。次に窓が開くときにはもう大気の中よ。姫様は連邦政府の首都見えましたか？
Ever since Kaito, I can't see the phrase United Nations without having to, like, laugh. The whole, like, thing, like, IS was about as useless as the United Nations, that he said. Still can't believe that it's actually in a game. Fina shakes her head
あっ
slightly.
ちの方に見えるかと思ったんですけど。やっぱり地図と丸い地球は違いますね。
Mia looks a little disappointed, but still has a big smile on her face. Fina observes her restless state with gentle
今は
eyes.
まだいいけど、地球に降りたらあまり浮き足立たないようにね。はい。すみませんでした。
Yeah, even if this window is smaller, I always default to looking over to this side. It's a fucking issue.
ミアはこれまで通り私のそばに仕えていてちょうだい。でも私が学院に行ってる間、地球を観光してみるのもいいかもしれないわね。
You looked crestfallen, but Fina's follow-up made her face light up.
いえ、私は一生懸命姫様の身の回りのお世話をします。掃除、洗濯、料理は月と同じ材料があるか不安ですけど、なんとかしますね。あまり最初から張り切っていると大変よ。家事については先様の都合もあるでしょうし、話し合いが必要でしょうね。はい。姫様はホームステイされるお家の方をご存知なんですか？ええ。そうね。月に留学に来ていたこともある方が家主よ。そうなんですか。でしたら安心ですね。 開きますよ。
The phrase, the owner of the house studied abroad on the moon, is just kind of like a fucking sock in the face real quick. Mia would have been plastered all over the window if it wasn't for the seatbelt.
遠いようで近いのね。
Natsuki! Hey, Natsuki! Bug from behind with a pen. You're up.
起きてるよ。
Natsuki tries her best to stay awake, but she dozes off sometimes.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
Also, apparently this is not entirely finished. Everything is translated, but some editing was left undone, apparently. But it's apparently just a very small portion. So we'll see if that'll even, like, be an issue.
では次、86ページから高見沢読んでくれ。
So that was a close call.
三鶴ヶ崎中央連絡公使は、現在ほぼ鎖国中の月王国との交流拠点として、
She always ends up focusing her efforts on digesting a lunch during the afternoon classes. And Miyashita's monotonous lecture gives her the perfect opportunity to take a nap.
現在、連邦政府内で唯一大使館が置かれている都市である三鶴ヶ崎は、
It's a warm and comfortable spring day. Even Natsuki, who usually works hard studying for her exams, often sleeps through this one class.
今後の交流の進展は予断を許さない状況である。
そこまで。今のところで出てきた月地球王冠船というのが
Lunar Terran. Terra, Earth. It speaks for itself.
達也、ありがとう。
No problem.
またうとうとしてたらよろしくね。
王冠船は全部で3隻あり、すべて月の王家が所有しているため、
月学概論ってさ、受験に関係ないからどうしても眠くなっちゃう。
I don't do that though.
好きだからでしょ？
I like her already. Well, I guess. At Mitsurugasaki's Katharina Academy, we have a lunar-related class, which is a rarity in the UN. Mitsurugasaki is Central Communications Port City. I feel like there's been other cities with Gasaki in it that I've played. Isn't like Hoshizora in something something Gasaki? Yeah, Hibari Gasaki. San has literally become the doorway to the lunar kingdom.
というわけで、我々地球人は自らの意志で月へ行くことはできないのが現状だ。では今日はここまで。
Miyashita thrusts his textbook and the class register under his arm.
お前たちも3年だから、外部受験する者は他の科目の勉強をしてでも構わんが、いびきをかくのは迷惑だからやめておけよ。
Miyashita exits the classroom, followed by groans of, I wouldn't know if I was asleep. I wouldn't know I was already asleep, and that's impossible. Today's class has ended.
じゃあ、行こっか。
Sure. Get out of our seats. Our soon retiring classmates head towards their final club meetings. The students on cleaning duty get started. Natsuki and I slip out between them and head for the school entrance. Oh.
マイかな？
The sound of a flute echoes from the courtyard. If I listen very careful, I can hear the melody of musical instruments throughout the school. But for some reason, I can only recognize the flute. Natsuki and I decide to go via the courtyard. Okay, maybe the music is a bit too quiet. It was a good decision of me to just make the master voice volume to the highest setting. Yeah, Mai's there playing her flute. Mai, my little sister, belongs to the Wind Instrument Club and often comes here to practice after school. Members of the Wind Instrument Club practice in various places around the school building, but the flutists always seem to be in the courtyard.
あ、お兄ちゃん。
Cease. Mai draws close to us, having found a good place to stop. Aren't you practicing right now?
今は自主練だから。お兄ちゃんたちはこれからバイト？
Yep. It's Friday, so it'll get a bit hectic.
そうだね。なつきちゃん、今日も行くからね。はい。お待ちいたしております。
Natsuki gives a polite bow. What time will we be heading home today?
あそこにいる新入部員の上達次第かな。
My second year is a year younger than us. The club's upperclassmen have all retired in preparations for the exams, as she's first chair in this flute section now. I finished the conversation and had to work. Then I'll be waiting at Salmon's.
頑張ってね。なつきちゃんもね。
Mai glances over her shoulder once or twice as she returns to her practice group. Natsuki and I walk towards the school gate, leaving the flutes behind us. Natsuki is both my neighbor and my classmate. The Italian restaurant Natsuki's family runs is called Trattoria Salmon, and it is my current workplace.
達也さ、今月もずいぶん働いたんじゃない？
No different than last month.
私は自分家だからいいけどさ、達也って何か買いたいものでもあるんだっけ？
Well, that's a secret.
何が秘密よ。もう。
Natsuki says with a grin.
でもさ、前みたいに部活に打ち込む青春ってのも良かったんじゃない？
The Trattoria Salmon Club won't do?
微妙。
Part-time job offers plenty of learning experience, and it's fun too. Natsuki lets out a sigh.
まあ、そうとも言うかな。
About 50 minutes by foot from school to home. Our neighborhood is within the shopping district, and I never get tired of walking through it. Trattoria Salmon is right in the heart of it. Natsuki's father serves as a chef, and her older brother works here too. The building's second floor acts as their home. Natsuki and I are in charge of the customers. By the way, Salmon is the name of Natsuki's father.
じゃあ、店で待ってるね。
I'll be right over. Natsuki disappears to the back entrance of the restaurant. My house is right next door. Oh no! The Italians are coming. Oh, hey there! The dogs all slobber all over me as soon as I get home. Oops. I was doing to pick them off of the street, but Natsuki named them. Is that why they're all named after Italian dishes? Sorry. I'll walk you guys again tonight. The Italians, the dogs, look dissatisfied, but I'll have to put up with it. I peel off an overly excited carbonara and finally make it inside. I'm home! I change into my work clothes, toss my bag inside my room, and head over to Trattoria Salmon. Ding ding.
いらっしゃいませ
Well, hello there. Natsuki changed into a waitress uniform and was ready to serve customers.
なんだ、達也か。
Sorry, I got tangled up by the Italians, so I'm a little late. The restaurant will open for dinner in about 10 minutes. Wouldn't be strange for some hasty customers to start coming in around now.
おう、タツ。来たな。おう、タツ。来たな。
Okay, I need to check something. I know that voice. Oh yeah, I knew it! It knew it! I knew it! I know this bastard! It's Niue! It's the fucking man with the goddamn lung cancer from Mutavarumo no Prelude to the Fallen! Little piece of shit. He's also the Colonel from Majikoi S. AKA the Butler, who's also in They Are My Noble Masters. I knew that I heard it before, though. Niwa makes a very distinct impression, just because he sounds like he's suffering. Like he's close to lung collapse any fucking second. This man's old now. Man was born 1944 and is apparently still alive. Good on him, Jesus Christ. That is a tough, resilient old man. Actually, he's apparently literally voiced someone in Black Summoner. And namely, Jiral, who I don't remember who it was. The fuck was Jiral in Black Summoner? He's also apparently someone in the Japanese dub of Hotel Transylvania. And he's the Japanese Zoldan from Kingdom Hearts. And Kurt Meyer and Cowboy Bebop, apparently. Who the fuck was Jiral in Black Summoner? Oh, Gerald Fragerrock. I remember the fucker. I remember starting to read that, and then the like charm elf bastard showed up, and of course I immediately dropped it. Pops finishes sharpening the kitchen knife in his hands and checks his shrine.
今日もよろしく頼むわ。
Thanks.
じゃあ達也は観葉植物に水やっといてくれる？
Sure. I water the greenery inside the store. I do the plants outside as well while I'm at it. Blackboard menu has Japan's recommendation Manjuhan Imperial Feast, 280 yen written on it. What's this?
僕が書いた。
What the fuck are you? When I turn around, I see Jin standing there.
これならお客さんが来るだろう。
No, that's false advertisement. What'll you do if you get an order for that?
売り切れでどうかな。
That's not the point. So you'll say we're sold out of something that was never on sale in the first place?
でもね、達也くん、お客さんが来ないと君の給料も出ないのだよ。
Anyone learned in by that sign won't be paying much anyway.
そこで達也くんのウェイター能力が問われるのさ。満館全席はございませんが、代わりにエビのリゾットはいかがでしょうか。
Please behave yourself and just make today's recommendation shrimp risotto.
達也くんは遊び心が分かってないな。
遊んでないで、さっさと仕込みに戻れ。
ういっす。
タツ、黒板は直しといてくれ。
Got it. Jin is dragged inside by his old man.
そうだ、達也くん。
Yeah?
君が拾ってたショール、今日のランチタイムに持ち主のお姉さんが来てさ、大事なもんだったとかでむっちゃくちゃ感謝してたよ。
へえ、よかったじゃない。
See, I told her it wasn't
どう
trash.
見てもボロ布だったんだけどな。そうそう、お礼を言ってた持ち主、綺麗なお姉さんだったよ。
兄さん。
おいジン、エビの背わたがまだ残ってるからな。
ウィス。
The parent in the kitchen continued to prepare the ingredients. Natsuki flips the closed sign over to open. Trattoria's salmon is now open for business. When the last customer leaves at 9 o'clock, everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Natsuki takes some vegetable juice out of the fridge and pours herself a cup. She's always drinking vegetable juice. It's maintain her health and figure.
今日もご苦労様。
最後にもうワンオーダーありますな。
そうだな。今日は久しぶりにジンに任せてみるか。いいかな、タツ。
Sure.
達也くん、今の間は何かな。
Not in pasta. After closing time at Trattoria's salmon, everyone eats a dinner prepared by Pops or Jin. It's like it's Jin's turn today.
ただいま
おかえり。
いいタイミングだね、舞ちゃん。今日は僕が腕によりをかけるよ。そうだ。食後にはアイスクリームをつけよう。
楽しみにしてますね。
達也くん、これが世間の評価だよ。
You're just baiting Mai with her favorite food.
ま、結果を見ていたまえ。
いいから早く作ってよ。さっきからお腹が鳴ってるのを隠すのが大変なんだから。
Jin lets out an exaggerated sigh.
ウェイトレスとして、それはどうなのかね。
ウェイトレスも人間ですもの。
ま、いいだろう。任せておきたまえ。
The family eats dinner together with Natsuki's, except on holidays, Wednesdays, and the weekend. Mai, who's late because of the club activities, myself, who works part-time for them, and...
ただいま。
Did you slam the door just now?
そんなことないですよ。
At the blatant light.
でも間に合ったみたいね。よかったよかった。
Person who just came in is Sayaka-ne-san.
おかえりなさい。まだ食べ始めてませんよ。お疲れ様、お姉ちゃん。今日も遅かったね。ほんと、もうお腹空いちゃって。
そういう方にもご満足いただけるメニューをご用意いたしております。
ジンくんが今日の担当なのね。
Striking a pretentious pose, Jin pretends to take her order.
本日のおすすめ料理は何かしら。
僕の 気まぐれカルパッチョだよ。さやちゃん。
ジンくんの気まぐれは打率3割くらいだからな。
Sayaka is smiling as she says this. Sayaka is my cousin and we live together. She's one of the few people on Earth who was allowed to study on the moon and was hired by Royal Lunar Museum afterwards. By the Royal Lunar Museum, I feel I should say.
じゃあやろうよ。
Yep. You grab the shop's innermost table.
せーの。
Breathing in sync, we lift the table and connect it to the next one along. Pop suggested the idea. We'll make a big enough table, we can all eat together. Even when my and Nason come back early, we always eat dinner around this time. Asuka brings glasses for everyone and begins to set the table.
達也。
Right, the water. From the kitchen, I can hear Pop's voice instructing Jin on his technique. We all gather around and the dishes soon appear. Dinner proceeds as usual.
ごちそうさまでした。ごちそうさまでした。
ジンの料理、どうだった？
美味しかったですよ。
舞ちゃん、もう少し具体的に。
白身魚のカルパッチョがさっぱりしてて美味しかったです。
さやちゃんは？
そうね。シーフードのペペロンチーノは、もう少しガーリックが効いててもよかったかな。
最初にフライパンでニンニクを炒めるとき、もう少しきつね色になった方がいいんだ。
やはりそうか。
Jin burned it too much last time, so he's being cautious.
指摘されなくても自分でわかってる。
ガーリックの炒め方はイタリアンの根っこだからな。精進精進。
Jin is currently training to be a chef. He often practices by making meals for us. Not only that, but I think he practices in the middle of the night and at the break of dawn too, but doesn't tell anyone about it.
よし、じゃあ片付けるか。
Everyone arrives at Pop's words, clears their plates, and returns the table to its original position. Jin washes the dishes, and the others put everything in order.
おやすみなさい、おじさん。
ああ、おやすみ。
おやすみなさい。おやすみ。
Jin, keep at it with the chef training.
僕の料理なしでは生きていけないようになってから、泣きべそをかかないようにね。
Wouldn't mind crying if you ever got that good. The residents of the Asagiri household currently consist of me, Mai, and Sayaka.
ただいま。ただい
We still say things like we're home even though there's no one to greet us. My father went missing 5 years ago, my mother passed away 2 years after that. Sayaka supports what's left of our family. That's why the three of us live together right now. Saturday. I don't know why, but I can never remember what the fucking order is when it comes to Japanese date. Because I'm assuming currently that this is May 6th. It could also be June the 5th. So we'll see by the time the next transition happens. Sit up in bed and stretch my body. There's no school today, so as it's Saturday, so there shouldn't be any problems with going back to sleep. However, so much for that. Alright. So, with a big bark from a lively dog, I get out of bed. Man, my are probably still asleep. I descend the stairs quietly, trying not to wake them up. Grabbing a large paper bag of dog food, I put on the sandals in the living room and go out to the yard. Clack, clack. The Italians frolic around me and nearly wagging their tails off. Whoa, hold on a second. I poured dog food into the 3 bowls. They're behaving themselves for now, but in contrast to their normal sit pose, they are panting wildly with eyes brimming with expectation. Go for it. Fear them to dive in their dog food all at once. They settle down a bit once the food disappears from the dog bowls. Or so I thought. Looking towards the street, the Italians start to move suspiciously.
あれ、気づかれちゃった。
She have a fucking feather around her neck. Lovely. Natsuki, huh? Whoa! He's quite popular. He's certainly not popular, Natsuki.
動物は純粋だから、いい人を本能的に嗅ぎ分けるの。
If you say so. Anyway, why are you up so early?
嬉しそうな鳴き声が聞こえてきたから、目が覚めちゃった。
I say sorry about
別
that.
に。ほらほら、わしゃわしゃしゃしゃ。ほらほら、わしゃわしゃしゃしゃ。ほらほら、わしゃわしゃしゃしゃ。
Natsuki wraps her arms around the biggest dog, Carbonara, and scratches underneath her collar. That's a big ol' fluffy dog. Boy, she sure looks happy. The Italians love to play around with Natsuki. Always ends up like this when she comes over. Maybe you give them a scent that attracts
こっ
dogs.
ちから大好きオーラを出してれば、普通は犬も好きになってくれるよ。そのくらいじゃなきゃ、獣医なんて目指さないって。
It's more than that. Despite what Natsuki says, it's probably got more to do with natural talent. Becoming a veterinarian could be Natsuki's true calling in life. Clack, clack.
おはよ
Morning.
う。おはようまい。お、寝癖寝癖。
Natsuki mimes brushing the back of her head.
あ、ほんとだ。
Mai scurries towards the kitchen.
寝癖がどうしたの？
Nezan appears behind Mai. However, Mai's hair was nothing in comparison to the blonde mess on Nezan's head.
ほらほら、おいでおいで。
However, takes the initiative and lets Nezan pamper her.
もう、さやかさんが来るとアラビまで甘えん坊になっちゃうんだから。
Nezan, there's fur sticking to your pajamas.
まあまあ。お姉ちゃんばっかりずるい。
Mai comes back and joins in, but Nezan's bed hair is bothering me. What should I do? Bed hair is a part of Nezan's personality, pointed out. More importantly, Nezan, your hair looks like a complete disaster. Natsuki nods her head vigorously in agreement. Nezan pats around her head. Her complexion changes right before our eyes. See? Nezan turns crimson and dashes towards the bathroom. Since there's no school today, I can relax a bit this morning. My hair tends to hate me in the mornings as well. I just brush it once and that's it though. Sometimes I have issues where still like one like bit of hair will still like stand up like this. And I don't know why. It don't make fucking sense. That was stupid of me. There we go, now it's empty. The spring wind is warm. The Italians are cheerful too, since like weekdays there are a lot of people around to fuss over them. Okay, I really like the like ongoing joke that whatever they're talking about the three dogs, they just say like, ah yes, the Italians. After drinking the extra strong green tea, my preparedness looks completely awake.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu!
どうぞ、召し上がれ。
Mai usually cooks the food at our house. Nezan never comes home at a consistent time due to her job, but I'm usually at the restaurant. As a result, Mai naturally became in charge of cooking. Oh, mapo tofu.
外れでーす。これは、 キャベツね。そうです。正解は、麻婆ロールキャベツでした。
An unexpectedly tasty combination.
ほんとね。それに、私が間に合うように手早く作ってくれたのもすごいわ。でも、ロールキャベツは冷凍のだし。ありがとう、舞ちゃん。いえいえ。
Mai has a look of embarrassed satisfaction. Nason pats her head.
よしよし。
Mai giggles at Nason's praise. Finishing my miso soup, I put my chopsticks down and place my hands
ご
together.
ちそうさまでした。
Thank you.
お粗末様でした。
She bows her head deep.
じゃあ、行ってきますね。いってらっしゃい。
Nason is currently the museum's acting director. Although she's only borrowing the title of curator from some distant big shot. In other words, Nason is functionally in charge of the museum. Mai and I are secretly proud to have such a sister. You just said it's fucking cousin, you dumbass.
じゃあ、片付けよっか。
I'll put the dishes in the sink. After finishing the dishes, Mai starts up the washing machine. I drag out the vacuum cleaner. We clean the house on Saturdays since we don't have school or anything. And in the evening, I work at Salmon's. There's never a day that's completely free of stuff to do, but I'd rather clean here than go lounge around somewhere.
今日は洗濯物も乾きそう。
Yeah, the weather's nice. Mai hangs out the laundry and I run the vacuum cleaner.
洗濯物に触っちゃダメだからね。後で遊んであげるから。はい、じゃああっちで遊んでてね。
The Italians are really fond of Natsuki, and their son is always spoiling them. However, I get the feeling Mai is the one they listen to the most.
終わったよ。お兄ちゃんは？
Just a bit more. Can I leave the bathroom, do you?
わかった。
Mai takes off her sandals, just the living room, and dashes towards the bathroom. Mai takes the weekends off in exchange for practicing until late with her wind instrument club on weekdays. Thanks to that, our Saturday chores can be divided like this.
どう？
Mai comes to check up on me since she finishes once she finishes the bathroom. Great, just a bit left.
じゃあ終わったら行こう。
Just this bit left. Sure. Ever since Mai became flute first chair, she started practicing on the weekends as well. I'm sure she doesn't want to bring shame to the title. Put the vacuum cleaner away, throw on her jacket, and head outside. Keep Carbo company while waiting for Mai to come out.
待って待って。
Make sure you lock up.
オッケー。
Mai skips up to me. Alright, let's get going. She's carrying a flute case with her. Looks pretty worn out.
入部してからずっと使ってるし、先輩たちも代々使ってたから。
Head towards the usual riverbank to practice. We head towards the usual riverbank to practice. It's out today. Thought you didn't need a jacket after all.
そうだね。あ、帰りに食材買っていこうかな。
Did you bring any money?
小銭入れだけ。貸してくれる？
Sure, don't mind. Shop district expands out from Mitsurugasaki Station. Trattoria Salmon and my house are both at the heart of it. Both the Salmons and my family do almost all our daily purchases in this shopping district.
お、舞ちゃん、今日は春菊が安いよ。
Was from various stalls in the shopping district call out to my response with a
ありがとう
smile.
ございます。帰りに寄ります。
あら、舞ちゃん。今日は早くもカツオが入ったから見てってよ。
あ、初ガツオですね。帰りに寄ります。
Just like a housewife, my.
お兄ちゃんひどい。近所付き合いは大切だし、家計にも優しいのに。
See, that's certainly true.
お兄ちゃんも私を見習ってよ。
Mai proudly puffs out her chest. Well, we're here. The bank of Yumihara River. We pass by this place every day on our way to school.
じゃあ、今日もお願いします。
Leave it to me. That's what I say. In reality, I'm just lounging around while listening to Mai's flute. I was told by Mai that practicing in front of someone got her used to performing in front of an audience.
ではでは。
I asked her once if it had to be me or if someone else would be okay. Apparently she gets embarrassed when strangers listen to her. It's the same tune that Mai plays in the courtyard after school. I guess it's a piece she's practicing at the moment. Our school's wind instrument club doesn't exactly rank high in the district tournaments. Still, I think the club is earnest about their activities. From what I've heard from Mai, it seems like a pretty competitive place. Spring sunlight warms my body. The breeze crosses over the river's surface. The melody of my place is swept away in the wind.
「お兄ちゃん、
Yeah? Did I fall asleep?
うん、
See, I'm sorry.
いいよ。いてくれるのに意味があるんだから。じゃなくて、そろそろバイトの時間かなって。
Checking the time, I see it's 4:30 p.m. Let's try to save
じゃあ
me.
帰ろっか。
Aren't you going shopping? And, here. Hand her a few bills from my wallet. Will this be enough?
十分。じゃあバイト頑張ってね。
Alright, I'll take your flute.
助かる。
Take the flute case from mine. Good to go?
買い物が終わって帰ったらやる。それじゃあ行くね。
Mine disappears in the crowd at the fishmonger's shop. At home with the flute case. Huh? A small blonde gremlin? Feels like someone was there just now. Corner, staring towards our house. Huh. Should have turned around this corner.
Oh?
There, I'm home. Oh, whatever. Usually eat at home on Saturdays. Mike cooks dinner and the three of us eat it together.
今日はホイコーローです。
So good.
味噌汁よそうはね。
Then I'll brew some tea. It's the usual weekend with the usual asagiri dinner scene. Now, after we finish eating as usual...
二人とも、ちょっといい？
何お姉ちゃん。
Nasan gives a delighted look.
二人に、お知らせがあります。
What's this? Tone is the same as always, but it feels like she's speaking for me.
急な話なんだけど、私たちに、家族が増えることになりました。
Phrasing. Getting bigger. Getting bigger? How?
お姉ちゃん、もしかして。
Having a baby?
結婚するの？
This certainly came out of the blue. Mine and I are left with our mouths flapping like goldfish. Dumbfounded, Nason's face instantly turns red.
違います！誤解ですからね。結婚の話なんてかけらもないし、子供なんて、子供？
Nason flails her hand in panic. After we hit several levels above chaos, things finally start to calm down. Anyway, try explaining it again.
そうね。
This time, perhaps take the option of explaining it well, please. She breathes deeply. I secretly take a few breaths of my own.
ですね。明日からなんだけど、うちでホームステイを受け入れることになりました。
ホームステイ。
Huh. The homestay, do you mean the kind with the exchange students?
ええ、多分そのホームステイです。
Let out a big sigh and sternly turned to face Nathan. You surprised us! If it's just that, then you need to say so from the start.
ごめんなさい。
Why is the adult being scolded by two teenagers? Nathan falls silent. So what kind of person is this?
知り合いといえば知り合いなんだけど、
男の子？女の子？
How old?
どこの人？
Where are they from?
ね、知ってるかな？月の国。スフィア王国。
One I didn't understand what she said. Oh yeah. Say I know the basics, but
まさか。月から？
ピンポーン。
Really? Nathan nods.
すごーい！
Do not need to shake the entire fucking screen like that. Come on, that's rude. Mai flies out of her chair. As for myself, I can't get my head to stop spinning. I never would expect this in a million years. Of course I never saw it coming. The Sphere Kingdom is shrouded in mystery. For everyone who lives on Earth, it is the only true foreign country.
お姉ちゃん、性別は？年は？
驚かないでね。
Nothing you say will surprise me anymore. Hearing that a Lunarian is coming to live here is already a year's worth of surprises.
ホームステイしに来る人って、スフィア王国のお姫様なの。
I think someone just broke. Mai, hang in there, Mai!
お兄ちゃん、
I grab my shoulder and shake her.
今、お姉ちゃんが言ったこと、私、よく聞こえなかった。
Right. Actually, same goes for me. And it's Nessa. Could you repeat that? Nessa nods with a
う
grin.
ちに明日からホームステイしに来るのは月のスフィア王国のお姫様よ。
Which means they're taking the house and kicking us out.
もう一緒に住むって言ってるでしょ。
Nessa pouts her cheeks a little to show that she's angry.
大変！住んでもらう部屋がないよ！
More importantly, Mai, can you cook things good enough for a princess?
ダメ！絶対に無理！
Oh, but I'm sure Chef will be coming with her. Yes, it's obvious.
お供は一人だけって聞いてるけど。
Mason. No matter how long you studied on the moon, you can't possibly expect us to believe something that crazy.
困りましたね。
Shouldn't there be loads of diplomats or other officials coming with her? I can't believe it'll just be the two of them. Jesus Christ, the fucking... the background changed to like one of the CGs in Sky Full of Stars, maybe the one where the MC accidentally like pins Corona to the ground. But the CG is completely normal, eyes completely normal, but the fucking game covered the eyes in a way to where I could only see like a black part of the eye, so it just looks like just like fucking lifeless dark eyes. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Am I and I stare at Nessa? Are you sure?
本当よ。
本当に？
本当に。
部屋、片付けないとね。
That's not the problem here. No, that's a problem too. It's unusual for Nessa to make an important decision for the family by herself. I just can't agree with this. Because a family is awkward, everyone needs to discuss and decide important matters together. That's how it should be. I have no intention of speaking against the homestay itself, but the fact that she never asked makes me feel a bit lonely. Maya is with me in a silent agreement. My remarks leave the atmosphere a little heavy. Nessa nods slightly and opens her mouth.
そうね。今回の件を一人だけで受けちゃったことは謝ります。ごめんなさい。
お姉ちゃん、いいよ。
Yeah.
でも、さっきまで言ってたことは全部本当なの。明日から月のスフィア王国のお姫様がうちにホームステイに来るわ。うちに来ることになるまでにも色々あって、あまり相談することもできなかったの。今更言っても後付けの言い訳になっちゃうけど。
It's okay, Nessa, that's plenty.
ありがとう。
Nessa pats my head the same way she always does. Alright.
どの部屋を使ってもらうことにするの？
1階の客間を使おうと思うんだけど。
そうだね。
Should I move Mom's old desk in there? What time will the princess be coming, Nessa?
日中だとは思うんだけど、詳しい時間まではわからないの。明日は朝から家具を運ばないとね。
じゃあ、今日は掃除だけでもしておこうよ。
The three of us divide the cleaning work. Can't have the lunar princess use a room covered in dust. We're noisy, but we make progress cleaning the room, the guest room. So with my hands, I think. It's been a long time since I've had 5 people living in this house. In fact, the thought makes me a little excited. Couldn't sleep for a while once I got into bed. I get the feeling it's because my unchanging daily life is about to be transformed completely. Keep tossing and turning. It's no good. I want to sleep, but I feel too tense. Times like this, there's nothing better than taking a walk. Thought about taking the Italians for a walk, but those guys would wake up Nathan or Mai if they got overexcited. Since there's no other choice, I'll wander around the nocturnal town by myself. It's warm enough at noon to make me sweat, but the night is still cold at this time of year. I gaze up at the moon. Still doesn't seem completely real that people from the moon will be coming to my home. To my house. So what kind of people are they? Never met a princess before or watched any movies about them. As I said, don't get too worked up about this, but I don't even know what to get worked up about to begin with. As I think about this and that, I end up at the park. I can smell the faint scent of the tide just beyond the hill. This town is the lone entrance to the moon from Earth, as well as the location of the lunar embassy. It's a Lunarian residential quarter, but an unapproachable atmosphere tends to linger in the air there. First of all, someone like the Lunar Princess probably lives her life on a totally different level. Would you be able to live with commoners like us? Walk around while considering those kinds of things and eventually end up on top of Monomi Hill. Look out to sea. stay quiet, I can hear the faint sound of the waves below the cliff. The moon illuminates what should have been a dark and desolate place. A small white blur today. Apparently the distance from the Earth to the moon is about 380,000 kilometers. Can't really comprehend how far that is in practical terms. I believe it takes 40,000 kilometers to go around the Earth once, so it's about 9.5 of those. In the end, I still don't get it. Sure is far. I consciously muttered that to myself. At that moment, my surroundings suddenly seemed to lighten up. I tried to turn around, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't turn around. My legs are frozen. What's this? The shadow created by moonlight extends a few feet. I can hear the sound of the waves in the distance. A damp wind brushes my cheek. Brace myself and turn around. Oh, there! Hi! There's no person standing there. The clothes she's wearing are extremely out of place, but she's very beautiful. The wind dies down. She's a person. Look at her face due to the moonlight, but for some reason, she's never done that before. The girl's mouth moves faintly. Might have said something, but I can't really hear her. We gaze into each other's eyes. I can't look away. As for her, she doesn't avert her gaze either. A long time passes. A very long time. I have no idea how much time has passed. The calm air abruptly sweeps between us. Actually, now let's not do the openings. My eyes closed involuntarily for just an instant. I opened them again. The girl had disappeared. What's that just now? What I saw wasn't a dream or an illusion, and she should still be nearby. I immediately surveyed my surroundings. However, I couldn't find anything resembling a human. Am I half asleep? Am I half asleep? I asked myself that with a somewhat loud voice. My voice is erased by the wind flowing up the side of the cliff. It is May. Sunday, May 7th.
体調が悪いなら言ってね。
Fine, really. In the end, the walk just made me feel even more awake, so I couldn't get to sleep. I only dozed a bit as dawn drew near. As a result, I'm a little sleepy. I have to move the furniture. We have to move the furniture today, right?
今日は久しぶりに私が朝ごはんを作ったのよ。
Oh, really?
腕が落ちてないといいんだけど。
大丈夫。味見したら美味しかったよ。
Nessun's cooking always comes piled on a large platter, and everyone takes their portions one by one. This morning's platter comes with meat, wrapped asparagus, and omelets.
いただきます。
Itadakimasu. Right, let's do this.
お母さんの机を客間に運ぶんだよね。
What should I do with the rest of Mom's things?
ことこさんのものは千春さんの書斎にしまっておいてね。
Old man's study, huh? My father's name is Asagiri Chiharu, and my mother was Kotoko. They are Nessun's uncle and aunt. That's why she calls them by name.
カーペットは今のままでいいかな。
そうね。
My parents' old room is now being used by Nessun. And my father's study is the only room left untouched.
はい、穂積です。はい。はい。
Nessun frowns as she hangs up the phone.
大使館にお迎えに行くことになっちゃった。ごめん。その間、お迎えの準備をお願いね。
We'd better hurry.
結局、月の料理を覚える時間もなかったな。
Nessun quickly changes into her work clothes and scampers out of the house. Mai and I go to Naesam's room. Now, first up is
大きい方から運ぼうよ。
the desk then. I'm the type of dude who would 100% just try to carry the desk on my own first. I always did that. Like whenever, like back when I was still in school, whenever it was a case of like, okay, we need to like carry some tables somewhere for cleaning, like there were every now and again, it would be like once every few years, at maximum maybe, there was like a thing where we had to put all the tables and chairs and stuff like that out into the hallway, stack them up there, so the cleaning staff could clean out the actual classrooms. And I would always just like, because it's always like a table, like a double-seated table usually, and I would always just like grab one in the middle, because it was like basically it had two legs, then it had like the platform on top of it, and then right below the actual like tabletop, it had like another like bar across to make it a little more stable. And I would always like just grab it in the middle by that bar and just lift it up and hoist it onto my shoulder and then just carry it. I don't know why. With myself, we carried the desk and chair down to the guest room. We already have a bed, a dresser, and a sofa ready for our guests. We even added some houseplants as a final touch. That's the most we can do right
ね
now.
え、お兄ちゃん、お姫様ってどんな人なんだろうね。
Who knows? Most people on Earth see your very existence as a mystery. And I've never met or spoken to an important person to begin with.
うん。でね、そういう人にこの部屋でいいのかな。
It's just an ordinary guest room that hasn't been used for a while. I'm sure she will. Remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I doubt we'll have to attend to her that one.
従わなかったら
If she doesn't like it, then I'm sure she can stay at a fancy hotel or the lunar embassy instead. She's here to learn about Earth's culture, so we should make things as normal as possible.
うん、そうだよね。
Hold on, I need to actually like have this thing point at me. Fucking hot. Better.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。気が軽くなった。
Good. Pat pat. Pat Mai's head, maybe can near son. Okay, let's carry mom's things to the study. Mai and I haven't set foot in here for ages, but it remains exactly the same as before. Makes my chest hurt a little. Books are stacked haphazardly. A half-read book has been left on a small table. This room hasn't changed one bit since my dad disappeared that morning. The room makes me remember the old days.
大掃除した方がいいのかな。
Mai asks in a somewhat melancholic voice. Just lock the door until our guests go home.
了解。
Mai puts the boxes in the corner of the room.
それじゃあ私、キッチンの掃除するね。
Okay. The study is covered in a thin layer of dust. Excuse me, at the room, I notice a book on airplanes among the stack of books. On my father's back as he folded bare airplanes at his desk. He always did when he got stuck on his research. But with a quick shake of my head, his figure is erased from my mind. He was so absorbed in researching the moon that he rarely came home to see his family. Even though his income wasn't that great, he kept scuttling all over the place, visiting various locations. Those days were not the kind of memories I want to recall. I help Mai with cleaning for as long as I can, then I go to work as usual.
何か見えるの達也。
Nothing in particular. Natsuki asked because I kept looking out the window. Just can't concentrate today, no matter how hard I try. Every time a big black car goes by, my gaze is drawn to the window. Can't keep my focus like this. I know that, but...
タツ、これ4番さんに。
right.
達也くん、しっかりしてくれないと困るんだけどね。
体調が悪いって顔色じゃないわね。
Sorry. Ding ding.
ありがとうございました。
Made a few mistakes, but I kept myself under control until
お
closing
疲
time.
れ様、達也。なんだか今日は気が散ってたね。さっぱりする野菜ジュースでも飲む？
No, it's about time for me to head home, actually.
夏希、達也くんは何か家の方に心配事でもあるようだよ。
そうなんだ。
Jin must have noticed my constant gazes out the
言って
window.
くれればよかったのに。
Well, I'm not sure if I can tell them about this or not.
困ったことがあるなら遠慮なく言えよ。
Nah, it's nothing bad, don't worry. For some reason, I reply with a smile. Alright, I'll be off now. Ding ding. Feel guilty somehow, like I just ran away from salmons. I glanced out the window a lot while I worked, but there still weren't any signs of that a car had arrived. Is it possible they're not here yet? Alarm! Shoes. Those shoes don't belong to anyone we know. Where are they here already? I'm home.
おかえりなさい、達也くん。
お兄ちゃん、おかえり。
で、これが唯一の男手の達也です。
Can't see who Nathan's speaking to. Nathan? They're behind Nathan. Hi there.
はじめまして、ミア・クレメンティスと申します。
Nice to meet you too. I'm Asagiri Tatsuya. He's quite a small princess. No, she's not the princess. The clothes she's wearing aren't very princess-like. Is this? Towards Nathan for help.
ミアさんはフィーナ姫のお供でいらっしゃったの。
すみません。私はフィーナ様のおそばに仕えさせていただいております。
Mia gives a quick bow. Ah, so that's how it is. Sure, that.
お兄ちゃん、お姫様なら。
Before I finished speaking, I noticed a figure standing in our garden. She stands perfectly straight. That girl, quietly she turns around. You have to make yourself look picturesque. he just sits he just sits there and does the
こちらが月の王女のフィーナ様。
ご挨拶が遅れまして失礼いたしました。スフィア王国の王女フィーナハム・アーシュライトと申します。
I know it says Earthlight, but let's listen to how she pronounced it again.
スフィア王国の王女フィーナハム・アーシュライトと申します。
Might even just be Ashlight instead of Earth. But the funny thing is because Ashlight, Arsch is the German word for butt or ass, basically. That just made me think of also what I was actually about to say, since they showed the garden and this seems to be like the fucking front door. Now it made it seem like this man walked over to his place, walked to his front door, right past her, did not fucking notice her at all, opened the door like, I'm home, shoes? Someone must be here! Like, no shit, Sherlock!
本日よりこちらにお世話になりますので、どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
Her smile is radiant. She lifts the hem of her long dress and gives a deep, elegant bow. My name is Asagiri Tatsuya. I'm pleased to meet you too, though I don't have much to offer. The atmosphere is so tense that I barely register the words gushing out of my mouth.
お兄ちゃん、私と同じこと言ってる。
本当ですね。
I almost feel the blood rushing to my head. I'm sure my face is bright crimson right now.
どうぞ、お構いなく。
The princess's smile remains undisturbed. She begins to step out of the garden and into the living room. However, the moment before her shoe touches the ground, she stops. Everyone is staring at Princess Fina's feet. The princess takes a step back and removes her
地球のこ
shoes.
ともちゃんと勉強してきましたから。
She also sounds familiar. Now imagine how fucking funny it would be if I opened up Twitter and see a sick guy responded after I started recording. Thankfully it didn't. Anyways, yeah, I know her. I guaranteed already know that I know her. Since she sang one of the openings, since she sang in the opening for Magico 83. So she's either Stacy, Lee, or actually, yes, she's either Stacy, Lee, or Tsubame, I think, was in Magico 83 as well. Oh, she's also gonna be in 2 Heart 2 when I eventually get around to that. And in Shakugan no Shana, somehow, I did not know that there was a Shakugan no Shana game. Marjorie Daw, that bitch. That bitch of a flame haze. Anyway. She also voices in Fortune Arterial. Not Best Girl though, just Yuki Kanade. She was in these Irai apparently. And Sekire. Who the fuck is she in Sekire? Oh, Uzume, the wit childhood friend with the star shirt. Side ponytail. Not even gonna acknowledge the fact that she voiced someone in White Album. Oh, he's Hinata in Noble Works. Kunihiro. Whose route I basically decided, fuck that. She is Stacy! She is Stacy. Meaning she's also a hot Saiko from Tsushima Junai Road. And Botan from Aokana. Also was one in the newer Minato Soft IP. Wagahime Gimi something, I don't fucking care. She steps inside the living room as if nothing had happened. That was a bit mischievous. Please treat us well from now on.
はい、こちらこそ。
Princess Fina gives an elegant and tender smile. It draws out a smile on my face too. Somehow I have the feeling that things turned out okay.
とまあ、フィーナ様がいらっしゃる間の注意事項はこんなところです。わかりましたか？はい。
That's all. As an explanation was really just a few basic things. And they were all things that I wouldn't do anyway. Things like selling photographs taken during her private time, and those selling recordings of her voice. It's just that easy.
大使館から送られてきた事項はこれだけでしたが、フィーナ様もよろしいですね。
はい。 その他に迷うようなことがありましたら、私に尋ねていただければと思います。
How do you distinguish when it is and isn't your private time?
ナイトドレスを着ている時がプライベートだと思ってください。ナイト、寝る時に姫様がお召しになる服です。パジャマですね。
Will be wearing that dress when it isn't.
はい、そのつもりでおります。
As one would expect of a princess.
疲れませんか？
そうですよ。もっと楽な格好をなさってもよろしいのでは？
このドレスは着慣れておりますし、気持ちが引き締まるので、私はこの服が好きなんですよ。すごいですね。
でも、このうちにいらっしゃるときは、ご自分の部屋のつもりでくつろいでくださいね。ミヤさんも。
お心遣い、ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Excuse me.
はい、
Will you be wearing that dress when you go outside too?
そのつもりですが。
I think that would definitely be too conspicuous. Right, Nezan?
そうですね。
人が集まってきちゃうよ。
確かに。
Looks like she's serious about wearing that dress the whole time.
フィーナ様、今回のご留学では姫たってのご希望で護衛官や補佐官をお断りになったと聞き及んでおります。
Nezan speaks in an unusually firm manner.
はい、その通りです。
外出される際、今お召しのドレスのままでは月の姫ここに参上と看板を掲げているようなもの。どうかお着替えください。
そうですね。さやかの言う通りだと思います。外に出るときは着替えることにしましょう。一緒に新しい服を買いに行きましょうよ。お願いしますね。さやかもありがとう。私の身を案じてくれて。
They could have just said it that she calls her Sayaka, since she just said Sayaka without a fucking honorific.
いえいえ、お褒めいただくほどのことでは。
Sayaka's back to her usual self. Nazan is back to her usual self. I'm sure her resolute attitude just now is what she used when working at the museum.
最後に、満ヶ崎大学附属カテリナ学院への留学についてです。
え？
これも学院の方への手配は済んでいます。制服もご用意いたしました。
Wait a second, Nazan. You're studying at the academy.
はい。カテリナ学院の3年で学ばせていただくことになりました。3年ってことは、お兄ちゃんと同じ学年だね。
達也くんがいるので、同じクラスになるようにお願いしておきました。
Hold on, I'm hearing way too much information at once. Actually, I'd like to say you're being too practical, Nazan. I know she's a competent person, having become a acting director of a museum at such a young age. But I had no idea she could be like this.
ありがとうございます、さやか。お知り合いの方がいらっしゃるなら安心ですね。
Well, I guess that's true.
お兄ちゃん、お姫様とクラスメートなんてものすごくレアな体験だよ。しっかりしないとね。
お願いね。
Even Nazan and Maya are on the offensive. They're both staring at me. Well, give Nazan a quick look. She nods with a smile. I understand. I'll give it my best.
ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。お兄ちゃん、しっかり。
Zoe was given the important task of guiding Princess Fina to school.
では、まずお二人に家の中をご案内しましょう。お願いします。
You all get up and follow Neo-san, marching around the house in a group.
ここがキッチンです。食事を作ります。
機能的ですね。
ミヤさんは料理をするんですか？
はい。一通りは。
月の料理ですよね。
はい。
月の料理教えてくれると嬉しいです。
はい。地球のお料理も教えてくださいね。
もちろん。
Looks like Mai and the maid may share cooking as a common language.
ここが洗面所です。奥がお風呂なので、ここで服を脱いで入ってくださいね。
洗濯物はこのカゴに入れておいてください。
私たちの分は私が洗おうと思うのですが。
どうしようか。
Why don't we do it on different days?
でも、ほら。
Maya pokes me with her elbow. Well, I won't be.
じゃあ、達也くんはその分、お風呂掃除を多くお願いしますね。
Roger that.
何か私にもお手伝いできることがあれば。では、フィーナ様がこちらの暮らしに慣れて落ち着いた時にはお願いしますね。
わかりました。
Princess Fina replies with a smile.
2階には私たちの寝室があります。あの扉が達也くん、隣が舞ちゃん、こっちが私の部屋です。
The last one is something like a storage room. Indeed, that dusty study isn't pretty. We quickly finish showing our guests the second floor and go back downstairs.
そしてここがお二人に過ごしていただくつもりの部屋です。
Desk and chair have been moved into the guest room during their extended stay. It's quite a spacious room.
わざわざご用意していただきありがとうございます。窓が広くて良い部屋ですね。
ミヤさんもここで寝られるようにお布団を運んできますので。
Alright, I forgot about that.
申し訳ありません。お願いいたします。姫様？
どうしたのミヤ？
姫様と同じ部屋に住まわせていただくことは。
Mia finds it difficult to speak and falters.
さやか様、リビングのソファーを使ってもよろしいでしょうか？
ミヤ、それはわがままよ。
いいえ、こればかりは。
I don't really understand the circumstances between a princess and a maid, but it seems Mia is standing firm on in her decision. The dispute carries on for a while after
リ
that.
ビングのソファー、寝相悪いとすぐに落ちちゃうんだよ。
It's only because you toss and turn when you sleep.
うーん。
I decide, what if we divided up the guest room? Maybe if we set up a folding screen?
そんなものないよ。
どうしましょうか。
Yes, that looks troubled.
いいえ、だから、本当にソファーだけで大丈夫ですから。
そんなわけないでしょ。
I agree, it would be inexcusable for us. It is unfortunate. All the bedrooms are full and there's too much junk in the
お
study.
兄ちゃん、屋根裏部屋はどうかな？
Ah, there's that too. But you have a lot of things and it's really small and worst of all, the ceiling is really low. She might hit her head. Look at me as I state my objections. It might be okay if it's her though. Just kidding.
そこがいいです。
でも、本当に狭いのよ。
お願いします。
Mia bows her head.
フィーナ様。
The princess has a troubled expression.
本当に申し訳ありませんが、一度見るだけということで。
ごめんなさい。
じゃあ、見るだけ見てみようよ。ほら、実際に見ないと狭さもわからないし。ね。
That's true. Let's go then.
狭いですよね。
狭いよね。
Because there's a lot of us in here. We use the attic for storage. It'd be better to call it the space between the second floor ceiling and the roof rather than a room. Can't really bring anything big up here because yeah, we have to climb a ladder.
ミヤ、私は一緒の部屋でも全然。
ここでお願いします。
本当に？
Using a ladder is really inconvenient. There's no air conditioning in it.
どうしましょう、フィーナ様。
ミア？はい。あなたのわがままで、こちらの皆さんにご迷惑をおかけしているのですよ。はい。私が構わないと言っているのですから、先ほどの部屋に一緒にお世話になりましょう。これくらいのことがわからないあなたじゃないでしょ。ミア？
フィーナ様、迷惑なんかじゃありませんよ。ねえ。
Mia's gaze says that she's relying on me. That's right. But since we haven't used the room in such a long time, might need someone to clean it. I deliberately give the task to Mia. This argument will probably be dropped and a conclusion will be reached.
はい。お掃除します。ここも家の中も全部。
ということでいかがでしょうか、フィーナ様。
She lets out a
仕
sigh.
方ないわね。ミア、ちゃんと皆さんのお役に立つんですよ。
Mia looks relieved.
お掃除やお洗濯、お料理も頑張ります。
The princess's firm expression softens into a wide smile.
では皆さん、仕事があったら遠慮なくミアに言ってくださいね。
そうしますね。
月の料理もたくさん教えてもらおうかな。
Hectic day finally comes to an end and falls quiet inside the house. Afterwards, Mia tidied up the attic and Princess Fina organized their luggage. We helped them too, and at long last everything got put away. It's honest and ghostly house. There's a light tapping noise on the window pane. Is it Natsuki?
達也、もう寝ちゃった？
Hold on a second. I open up the window with a rattle.
聞いたよ。
You heard about what? What? Played dumb.
月のお姫様が来たんだって？
The air from my lungs comes flying out. How'd you know?
さっき、さやかさんがうちに来て、ざっと説明してたよ。
Oh, I see.
面白そう？それとも大変？
Both, I guess?
そりゃそうか。
I can't imagine anything when thinking about what's gonna happen from now on. She'll be attending our school from tomorrow, too.
うん。明日、サモンのバイトどうする？
Did Pop say anything?
お姫様の案内があるなら、バイト休みにしてもいいって、兄さんも張り切ってたよ。サモンにも連れてこいだって。
That's just like Jin.
そうだね。
Then I'll take your dad up on that offer. But I don't know if anything else will come up.
オッケー。言っとくね。
Please do. We'll be back the day after tomorrow.
わかった。頑張ってね。
Of course.
達也が何かしでかしたせいで、大変なことになったりして。
Please don't put too much pressure on me.
風呂覗き戦争とか、勘弁してよね。
Yeah.
それじゃあ、おやすみ。
Night. Get in bed and stare at the ceiling. Sorry, it felt like a very long day. What things will be like from tomorrow? Princess Fina, the Sphere Kingdom. Yeah. The encounter at Monomi Hill Park was just an illusion. Or was it? Woke up earlier than usual to prepare for school. I established an early time and to leave the house so we could get there without having to rush. Quickly wolfed down my breakfast, going with Mai so we won't stand out too much on the princess' first day. Just a little longer.
なんだかドキドキするね。
Yeah. Why are we getting excited?
フィーナ様のこと、よろしくお願いしますね。
Her role is to guide the princess and act as her bodyguard to and from school, as well as inside it. I feel like I was responsible for all those things. This is responsibility.
そんなに気負わないで。ちょっと様子を見てきたらどうかしら。
Alright. Knock on Princess Fina's door. How's it going?
達也様ですか？どうぞ。
Excuse me. That's quite a lovely one.
いかがですか？
失礼しまーす。綺麗ですね。
達也様？
I think it's really well.
そうですか。よかった。
よかったです。
ミア、ありがとう。
本当にお似合いですよ。とても。
このスカートは少し短くはありませんか？
私も同じくらいですし。
It's the same for everyone else as well. You'll get used to it, I think.
そうなんでしょうね。
Princess Fina looks slightly embarrassed. Frankly, I was kind of fascinated by her. I can't believe how good that uniform looks on her.
そろそろ行きましょうか。
はい。
姫様、こちらがカバンです。
ありがとう。行ってきますね。
She takes the bag and turns towards us.
達也様、一つお聞きしたいことがあるのですが。
What is it?
カテリナ学院は、携帯電話を持って行って良いのでしょうか？
I think it'll be fine as long as you don't use it in class.
私も持ってますよ。
Cell phones are meant to be carried around everywhere after all.
緊急用にと渡されたものがありまして。私だけ特別扱いされるのは、申し訳ないですから。
大丈夫ですよ。みんな持ってますから。
Let's get going then.
はい。
She's coming back high yesterday.
いいえ。ミアと二人で大使館から歩いてまいりました。実際に歩いてみるのが初めての街を知るには一番いいから、と。
迷いませんでしたか？
ええ。緑が多くて、綺麗な街ですね。
Princess Fina's hair sways in a fresh morning wind.
川が流れてますね。
Are rivers unusual on the moon?
人工的なものはありましたが、規模が全く違います。水は貴重なものでしたから。
雨が降ったりすると堤防まで水が来るんですよ。
やはり実物を見ると違いますね。
Princess Fina stares at the river's surface after saying that.
さあ、着きましたよ。
はい。
ここがカテリナ学院です。
You're visiting the staff room first, right?
ええ、そう言われております。
Let's go then. I'll lead you to the staff room and then I head over to my classroom. Hold on. Let's see how much of an uproar they'll make once Princess Fina introduces herself.
今日は早かったみたいね。
Yeah, it wouldn't be good if we were late, and I figured there'd be less people around too.
一足先に会えるかと思ってたのに、さやかさんがもう出たわよって。
Don't worry, she'll be here soon.
そりゃそうだけど。
なに誰か来るの？
You'll just wait and see, Midori. She'll be here. Toyama drops in on our conversation. I almost read Toyama for a second and was like, red pills. I'll find out soon enough.
ちょっと驚くかも。
なんで二人はそれを先に知ってるのよ。
Miyashita walks into the classroom as Toyama retorts.
ほら、席につけ。
He explains the situation first thing during morning homeroom. He also tells us that Princess Fina doesn't wish to be treated specially due to her status.
ま、普通の転校生だと思って接するより、外交問題に発展しない程度にな。
Miyashita tells an unfunny joke. The murmuring in the classroom spreads like a ripple on water surface.
じゃあ、どうぞ。
Rumble. Well, hello there, good looking. The classmates gulp. She stands slender and straight, with glossy hair, graceful movements. One by one, everyone grows mesmerized.
はじめまして。フィーナハム・アーシュライトと申します。
I can never hear that, so I'd keep a straight face. The classroom is completely silent. Princess Fiona continues her smiling
月のスフィア王国から、こちらの三鶴ヶ崎大学附属、カテリナ学院へ留学に参りました。地球の文化には不慣れで、お見苦しい点があるかもしれませんが、その文化を学ぶために参りましたので、ぜひご指導ください。
Take a look around the classroom once again. Not a single word comes out of their mouths. My classmates can't take their eyes.
短い期間ではありますが、よろしくお願いします。
She bows gently. Her straight silky hair flows perfectly, sliding down her shoulders. The classmates hold their breath as Fina lifts her head and smiles. The classroom is filled with silent tension. This period ends and it's time for a short break. The usual barrage of questions normal transfer students get doesn't happen. No one's peeking at us from a distance instead. I understand how they feel. Even Princess Fina still maintains her smile, so seems somewhat bored. Natsuki,
何？
you take the lead.
私？
Yes, you.
うん。じゃあ緑、一緒に行こう。
Natsuki calls out to her friend.
オッケー。
Everyone wasn't sure if they should start a conversation with her. The energetic duo Natsuki and Toyama Midori. Those two approach Princess Fina. Hopefully they'll break the ice and get everyone to talking to Fina. Several pairs of eyes gather on them.
こんにちは。どうも。
She tried to be a stand-up comedian.
こんにちは。
Wonder why I feel so tense.
私は高見沢夏希です。
Did you bite her tongue?
私は遠山みどりと言います。
地球の学院はいかがですか？
そうですね。まだ来たばかりなので、これからいろいろと教えていただければと思っています。
She only came in yesterday, so naturally she won't have any concrete impressions yet.
では、地球にはいついらっしゃったんですか？
一昨日です。
今は月大使館にお住まいなんでしたっけ？
Princess Fina glances at
達
me.
也ん家にホームステイしてるんですよね。
Why did you open your mouth? She's the idiot, isn't she? She's the idiot of the game, isn't she? Hey now. Class bursts in an uproar and I acknowledge the end of my peaceful daily life.
なんだバレたのか朝霧。
Sporadic booing and shouts like, "Did Sensei know too?" break out amongst the noise. Miyashita is in charge of introduction of lunar studies, our second period lesson.
そんなに騒がんでやってくれ。リーナ姫。
はい。
まあしばらくすれば落ち着くから少しの辛抱だ。
わかりました。
さて前回は月と地球を結ぶ王冠線の話だったな。かつての戦争で失われた技術、ロストテクノロジーに乗ってフィーナ姫も地球までやってきたわけだ。
What the fuck is lost technology and lost it in what war? Look next to me and see Fina nods like.
それでは今日は教科書の89ページから富山読んでくれ。
はい。
Time moves slowly as if we're listening to an extremely long news program. This is how Miyashita usually starts his class. Even if the class is boring, I feel like it's safely from the uproar earlier.
最後に月への入植が行われたのが 今から約660年前、ギアナの空ル宇宙基地を、
達也様、申し訳ありませんが、もう少し教科書をこちらに寄せていただけませんか？
Oh, sorry. It's Venus is next.
そして、国交断絶の2年後、第一次オイディプス戦争を迎えることになる。
Do I want to know what started that war? Do I want to know what started the war, considering it's called the Oedipus War? I don't think I want to know what started the war, considering it's called the Oedipus War.
そこまで。遠山、オイディプス戦争は第何次までだ？
第3次。
座ってよし。第4次までだ。これくらいは覚えておけよ。では当時、月との断交を決断したとき、連邦の外相だったのは？
There's a hardcore
ビーナ
question.
はい、
Louder. She stands up and answers.
セルゲイビッチ・フィッツジェラルド外相です。
さすがだ。でだな、この外相が
Josephine answered without hesitation, even though she didn't have a textbook. The classroom had fallen dead silent aside from Yashita. So surprising considering she's a princess, of course she'd know a ton when it comes to history. Even though she's in the same year as me, she is involved in diplomatic relations and such back on the moon. Josephine sits back down, her face seems a little dazzling to me.
学生食堂で食べるんですね。
The seats will be full by now, so we're having a takeout.
私たちはここで待ってましょう。達也、私の分もね。
Sure. It's lunchtime. The princess would be swamped with question if we leave her alone, so Natsuki and I took her out of the classroom. We'll get our meals first. Thanks for waiting.
これは？
Starting from the left, we have Moonview Soba, Fox Soba, and Tempura Soba. Put the tray down and hand out the soba.
きつねはうどんじゃないの？
It'll flatten the soba if you mix it in.
あ、そっか。
You can choose whichever you like. You can choose whichever you like, Princess Fina.
はい、
月見は卵、きつねは油揚げ、天ぷらは、なんだろう、天ぷら？
Doesn't really explain anything.
それでは月見をいただきます。この卵を地球から見た月に例えているのですね。
そうそう。
Here, have some chopsticks.
ありがとうございます。
Could it be? Has Princess Fina never eaten soba before? Actually, there's a chance she's never eaten noodles at all. Sure, Natsuki? Natsuki holds up her tempura soba.
姫、見ててください。
Slurp. Natsuki slurps up the soba. Natsuki can't handle hot food.
こうかしら。
Sip. You can slurp more than that, princess.
しかし、それは食事のマナーとして。
It's fine, you're supposed to slurp when you eat this. Slurp. Show an exaggerated example.
もしかしてお箸使うのは初めてですか？
はい、ほとんど使ったことがありませんでした。
Sip. Now, culture is generally good manners to make as little noise as possible during meals, but slurping your soba is perfectly acceptable. It's there's a proverb for this. When in Rome,
入り手は業に従えですね。わかりました。達也様のおっしゃることはもっともです。
seems fairly serious about this. Yeah, you've got it.
だいぶコツがつかめてきました。もし達也様が月にいらっしゃることがあったら、今度は音を立てずに麺を食べてくださいね。
Princess Fina slurps up her soba with a smile. Classes are over and it's now after school. But my classmates, who all seem a lot more relaxed now, are ready and waiting.
月の重力は地球の6分の1だから、6倍ジャンプができるんだよね。水が貴重で、同じ重さの銀と同じくらいの値段だとか。
筋力が弱ったり、背が高くなったりはしないんですか？
Etc., etc. Everyone is immensely curious about her. And it's because they haven't had the chance to ask things like that before. Natsuki and Toyama's mission is taking the lead was successful.
重力が制御されているので、人が暮らしているエリアでは6倍のジャンプはできません。水は確かに貴重ですが、銀と比べると100分の1くらいかしら。都市エリアは重力があるので、筋力も身長も地球の皆さんと変わりませんよ。
Princess Fina politely responds to every question, even those who would know the answer to if you're taking the Lunar Studies class. The crowd responds with ooh and wow to each answer. Not enough Princess Fina looks like she's enjoying it.
はいはいみんな、そろそろ掃除の時間だよ。フィーナさんとのお楽しみトークはまた明日。
The never-ending barrage of questions and classmates yield in respect for Natsuki and Toyama's first talk with Princess Fina.
フィーナ姫、大丈夫でしたか？みんな、やっぱり話しかけたかったんですよね。
お二人とも、ありがとうございました。おかげで、クラスの皆さんと仲良くなることができましたわ。
いえいえ。
Natsuki blushes.
さて、私の班は掃除しますかね。
Each column of seats made a group, so it was Toyama and Princess Fina's turn to clean up the classroom.
では、私も掃除をします。
I'll be waiting and doing whatever to kill some time then. Oh, yeah, Natsuki, give my regards to Pops and Jin.
そっちも頑張ってね。っていうかさ、朝霧くんも待ってるなら手伝ってよ。
Alright. I join Princess Fina's group and start cleaning. Natsuki heads back to Trattoria's salmon. Sweep the floor with a broom and gather up the trash. Dustpan, please.
これですね。
Princess Fina sets up the dustpan for me while watching how everyone else was doing it. I sweep the trash onto the dustpan. Sweep, sweep. However... sorry, can you hold it further down?
こうですか？
Sweep, sweep. There's still a gap between the dustpan and the floor. It's not going as well as it should. Let's switch positions, Princess. Exchange the dustpan and broom. Okay, go for it.
はい。
Put the dustpan on the floor and hold it down a little. Sweep, sweep. Trash I started to get into the dustpan settles in without a problem.
もう一度お願いします。
Sure, go ahead. Princess volunteers to take the dustpan a second
では、
Alright. Sweep, sweep. Looks like she got the hang of it now. Must really hate losing if she wanted to try again that quickly. More like it's probably a matter of pride.
綺麗になりましたね。
Yep. How's it looking over there, Toyama?
終わった。二人ともありがとう。
The princess looks satisfied. Two of them are relieved from cleaning duty and we head towards the entrance. Well, you're trying to club Princess Fina.
今のところ、他にやりたいことがあるので、入らないつもりなんですが、入った方がよろしいでしょうか？
No, that's not what I meant. I'm not in one either. I wouldn't be able to show you around how it was.
Toot!
I can hear a faint melody carried by the wind. Maya should be over there. She's in the wind instrument club.
吹奏楽。学院にはブラスバンドがあるんですね。
Yeah, there is. The princess's face lights up with great interest.
学生同士で音楽をするのは楽しそう。
Maya notices us conversing and quickly gives some instructions to her juniors. She then comes rowing over.
お兄ちゃんたちもう帰るの？
Yeah, it's her first day after all. But you don't have to, Maya. You should just practice as usual. So yeah.
マイ様、お先に失礼します。
Maya gives us a quick bow and returns to practicing her piece for the wind instrument club. Princess Fina seems interested in the river as we passed by this morning on the way to school. The day is still young, dropping in by for a little while should be alright. Want to check out the Riverbank, Princess Fina?
では、少しだけお願いします。
Two of us approach the river right up to the bank. Well, the water's gotten quite warm.
触ってみても大丈夫ですか？
Of course. The rocks in the river are really slippery, so please be careful. Princess Fina timidly touches the water. It seems the moon doesn't have rivers this full. We were only supposed to stop by for a little while, but Princess Fina started throwing stones into the river and then watched the fish flow past. She looked really happy doing something so trivial. Princess Fina has a dignified atmosphere around her. Just I felt like I was watching the innocent face of a girl the same age as me.
では、そろそろ行きましょうか。
You can come back here whenever you want.
はい。
Climb up the embankment and head towards the shopping district. Most of the shops are closed in the morning, so how about we look around now that they're open?
そうしましょう。
Trees, street lights, and tiles in the shopping district are all in good condition. There's also a lot of fancy shops, but normally the vegetable and fish stalls do the selling.
あれは書店ですね。
Let's take a look.
はい。
Go inside and immediately see some people reading while standing. Princess Fina complains about their bad manners. However, I must have experienced this custom myself, she says while flipping through a manga magazine. I joined a group of standing readers as well and waited for the princess to be satisfied.
違うんです。立ち読みというものを。
Yeah, you've got to experience the culture, right?
達也様
My apologies.
あらあらあら、たっちゃんが美人連れじゃない。
ほんとだ。うちの大根といい勝負かな。
あんたも失礼だね。
Looks like rumor hasn't spread to the shopping district yet. As the greengrocer and the fishmonger always look after my...
こんにちは。
Princess Fina greets them with a smile.
こんにちは。礼儀正しい子だね。
このじゃがいもで肉じゃがを作れば、家庭的なところをアピールできるぜ。
Princess goes to look at the fish despite the greengrocer geezer attempting to distract her with stew ingredients.
おや、魚に興味があるのかい？
あまりこうして近くで見たことがないものですから。
I see. However, her expression tells me that she thinks they look kinda scary.
すっかり長居してしまいました。いろんな魚がいましたが、あのお店に置いてあるということは、全部食べるためなんですよね。
Oh yeah? They sell them as food, so they're not there for decoration.
そうですか。そうですよね。
Princess Fina appears to be lost in thought as if she was thinking of the things that she saw at the fish stall. While octopi and sea urchins do look like aliens, and the lifeless eyes of the dead fish are pretty creepy. I've long forgotten how I felt when I first saw a fish, but I think I can understand how the princess feels right now. I helped out, sorted out the attic, and taught Mia and the princess how to use the home phone. Then Maya and Nia-san came home.
ただいまただいま
They meet up by chance on their way back. Two of them came home together.
おかえりなさいませ。
おかえりなさい。
あ、なんだかうちの中が賑やかだと嬉しいね。
そうね。
Now that everyone was home, we went to Salmon's for dinner. This will be the first time for Princess Fina and Mia. Not Misan, Mia. It's after Salmon's closing hour. We opened the door adorned with a closed sign. Ding ding!
いらっしゃい。おー、こちらが例の。
ん？いらっしゃったようだな。
いらっしゃいませ。
This time we're a party of 5. Go inside in succession.
はじめまして。スフィア王国の王女、フィーナハム・アーシュライトと申します。
Can you stop introducing yourself, please? You're gonna make me laugh! They begin by introducing themselves. After the customary conversation, tonight's dinner is brought over.
今日は俺の料理人生命をかけて作ったから、きっとうまいぞ。
でも親父、姫ともなると、美味しいものは食べ慣れていらっしゃるのでは？
舌が肥えている方に食べてもらえるのが、料理人としては最高に幸せなわけよ。
つまり、達也くんは舌が肥えてないと。
Yeah, enough about that. Let's hurry up and eat. I'll help you bring in the plates.
はい。じゃあ、これとこれ、お願いね。
私もお手伝いします。
Does sitting around doing nothing make you feel uncomfortable? Mia stands up.
ありがとう。お水を注いで回ってくれる？
わかりました。
Jin puts the dishes on the table with an unusual tense look on his face. The menu consists of antipasto to start with caponata and tomato sauce. The primi piatti consists of dry cured ham with pepperoncini and shimeji mushrooms. The secondi piatti is Parmesan cheese piccata with red wine sauce. Dolce is tiramisu with mascarpone cheese. And to finish it all off, we drink some espresso. Even though there's so much food, each dish has just the right amount to fill me up. Pops really did give it his all when making the dishes today. Self-gazing at Princess Fina, who gracefully handles her knife and fork as she eats. I feel like I'm gazing at an illusion, and I wonder for a moment if I'm in the right place.
いかがでしたか？
とても美味しかったです。月の王宮でもこれほどのものはなかなか食べられません。
光栄です。
Even Pops usually keeps his composure as a face tinged with red.
ティラミスとエスプレッソは僕が担当しました。
素晴らしい出来でしたわ。甘すぎず、しっかりと味の調和が取れていて。ジンくんも、今日は気合が入ってたわね。
本当に美味しかったです。
Mia nods with a sincere look on her face.
私、こちらの料理を勉強したいと思いました。
こんな可愛いお嬢さんなら大歓迎だよ。
メインの料理はほとんど父さんが作ったんでしょ？
では、僕と一緒に勉強しましょう。マダマザー。
まとも？
そりゃフランス語だな。
That's French, you idiot!
しっけ。ご一緒。
She is panicking.
しっけ。ご一緒にどうです？サニョリータ。
You're just scaring her.
こんな兄で申し訳ありません。
And that's how Princess Fina and Mia discovered the Trattoria salmon. Pops and Jin have probably become more confident as a result. Someone ended up relaxing in the living room while remembering the delicious meal. Might become really popular if we sold it with a name like Princess Fina's course. As I think about that... The Italians start barking outside! The dog getting this worked up means... I knew it, it's you! Why don't you forget something?
様子を見に来ただけ。
Let's keep past the Italians' heads after saying
フィー
that.
ナ姫は？
Princess.
学院でもサモンでもちゃんとご挨拶できてないしね。
高見沢様。
様付きで呼ばれると少しゾワゾワするよ。そうそう、自己紹介しようと思ってきました。
それはわざわざありがとうございます。
高見沢夏希です。達也とは幼馴染で同じクラス。家は隣のトラットリアサモンの2階です。
達也とは昔一緒にお風呂入ってました。
それい！
あれー！
Whoosh! Jin turned into a shining star in the night sky.
失礼いたしました。
It's the same reaction as when she drops a plate at Salmon's. The princess laughs merrily.
夏希様、本日はありがとうございました。美味しい夕食の準備と学院で皆様と打ち解けるきっかけを作っていただいて。
あ、いえいえ、あれくらいお安いご用ですよ。学院で困ったことがあったら何でも遠慮なく言ってくださいね。
Natsuki claps her chest with a thud. Please ask Natsuki about the places that can't guide you around, like how to use the changing room during PE class.
世話焼き好きなので遠慮なくどうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
The princess bows
お
deeply.
世話になると思いますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
こちらこそ。
To shake hands as if Jin was never here to begin with. We were having another chat in the living room. Nesan patches to the front door holding her cell phone. Visitor at this cell. That's unusual. I guessed? Don't worry about us, Nesan says. When Nesan beckons for the guests, a slender lady shows up in the living room.
はじめまして。
Well, hello there.
姫がお世話になっております。大使館駐在武官のカレン・クラビウスと申します。朝霧達也様でいらっしゃいますね。
Yeah, nice to meet you.
カレン？
フィーナ様、無事地球での生活を始められたようで何よりです。
Karen gives a respectful bow.
どうぞ。
Mia makes tea for four and places it on the table.
カレンとはお友達なんですよ。仕事上のお付き合いも多いし、
さやかには随分助けてもらっています。
So says the two of them. Karen currently works for the Lunar Kingdom Embassy. The embassy is near Nesan's workplace, the museum. I think Karen keeps Nesan company whenever she gets drunk on her way home.
でも、今日はなぜここまで？
陛下よりフィーナ様のお目付け役のようなお役目を拝命いたしました。
父様から？
She must be in a pretty high position if she was given it directly from the king.
達也様、
Yes?
カテリナ学院の警備といいますか、安全確保について少々お話をしたいのですが。
達也くん、お願い。
Alright.
すみません。お手数をおかけします。
Like, we can discuss it, but I don't know what the fuck to say. Nah, something like this shouldn't surprise
ご
me.
協力ありがとうございます。
And answer Karen's question that teaches me how to deal with certain problems if the need arises. Makes you wonder just how much she knows about Japanese school life, since there's all scenarios I can't even begin to imagine. The explanation goes into the tiniest details and goes on and on. A lot of time passed before I realized that.
それでは朝霧達也様、フィーナ様をよろしくお願いいたします。
Why am I making so much fun of the character poses? Yeah, I'll do what I can.
フィーナ様、良きご留学を。
ええ。
So I have a very important question. Does she have a route? Actually, why ask when I can just look? That's the wrong one. Fuck. Motherfucker, she is listed as not having a route. What about intersexual traits? Does it show anything for her? It does not show anything for her. Boring. It always happens.
今日はわざわざありがとう。また明日ね。
では失礼いたします。
I feel a bit tired. My body sinks into
カ
the
レンは
sofa.
厳しいけど、仕事熱心なだけよ。お茶でも入れますね。
Okay.
達也様、今日はありがとうございました。
Open the door to the garden. Are you alright? Carbonara was frolicking around Karen's legs. Hey, Carbonara! Carbonara obediently returns to her doghouse once I raise my voice. I'm really sorry about that, Karen. She's never done that to a guest before.
あんなに動物に懐かれたのは初めてです。あれはあれで逆の意味で番犬になりそうですね。では。
some reason I can't tell that Cotton gets along well with Mason. I'm sure she's really enthusiastic about her job. I go back inside. In the living room, stepped away in the flow of leisure, was Princess Fina, who was telling me about the events at school today.
びっくりです。月のことを勉強する授業があるんですね。
でも、どこでも教えているのではなく、カテリナ学院が特別みたいよ。でしたよね、達也様。
Yeah, Introduction to Lunar Studies. Mitsurukasaki is the central communications port city after all. Class about the moon is characteristic of Katerina Academy.
その授業ではどんなことを習っているんですか？
歴史から地理から基本的なことを広く学べる教科書だったわ。そのお蕎麦がうまく食べられなくて。
でも、姫様は箸を使うのも練習してらっしゃいましたよね。
蕎麦は少しずつゆっくりいただくものではなく、一気にすする食べ物みたい。しかも、蕎麦を食べるときは、ズズズーっと音を立てた方が粋なんですって。
それもびっくりです。やっぱり知らないことばかりですね。
ほんと、新鮮だわ。で、授業が終わってから教室の掃除をしたの。ちりとりの使い方も、もう完璧にマスターしたのよ。
She converses with me in a somewhat playful manner, completely different how she acts around us.
カテリナ学院では学生が掃除をするんですね。
There's a lot of places that leave it to the cleaning companies, though. If I remember correctly, taking responsibility for your own conduct is a part of the educational policy.
いい方針ですね。自立心や社会性が養われると思います。
でも、姫様が掃除をするとは思っていなかったので、姫様はちゃんと掃除できていましたか？
Yeah. Take a quick glance at the princess. She used both the broom and dustpan correctly.
よかったです。姫様、明日のご予定は？
明日は体育の授業があるので、今日は早めに休みましょう。はい。
Princess Fina aptly talks about the day's events. Mia nods and gasps as she hears the details of from the princess. Nazan, who is listening from the kitchen, smiles. So the evening of Princess Fina's first day at school passes by. May 9th, Tuesday. Sweep. PE teacher blows his whistle and his load. Bad jokes. And the PE teacher blows his whistle and all the third-year girls start simultaneously. It's usual spring physical strength test. Today's event is running around the track. Guys run 1,500 meters, while the girls run 1,000 meters. The guys are already done running and are now gasping for breath. Recording the times, the girls are about to start. And CG.
体育の授業ではこのユニフォームを着るのですね。
そうです。
この上には何も履かないのですか？
ええ、もう。
皆様、このまま男子と同じグラウンドへ？
そうなりますね。
わかりました。
The course begins with a lap around the track. Then they're running to the Yumihara River, where they turn around and come back. Girls start their lap around the track with a guy cheering them on. Guys cheering them on. Oh, Natsuki's in the lead. Right behind her is Princess Fina. She sharply marks Natsuki, who is pretty close to running full speed. Two of them continue leading the pack, and the group leaves the grounds. 3 minutes later, the lead group is already back. They're slowly becoming unraveled, of course. Just like when they left school, Natsuki is in first place, closely followed by Princess Fina, almost neck and neck. Suddenly, around 50 meters before the goal, Princess Fina makes one last spurt. Princess Fina comes in first place. Natsuki comes right after in second place. They breathe wildly and gasp as they get their breathing together. They're quite fast.
ありがとうございます。
I think she put quite a lot of effort into running.
フィーナ姫は運動神経もいいんですね。
いえ、夏希さんの方がきっと。
Even though Natsuki has recovered, Princess Fina is still heaving. Paused with the trend with everything she had, then knees up until just before her limit. I find myself thinking, that's just the kind of thing Princess Fina would do.
さあ、タイムを記録しに行きましょう。
Princess, who's still breathing a little roughly, walks on with her head held high. It's break time, just before the start of introduction to lunar studies. The classroom is covered in lingering exhaustion, left over from the long distance running. In the midst of that, Nishita hands Princess Fina introduction to lunar studies textbook.
遅れてすまんな。
いいえ、ありがとうございます。
Princess Fina accepts the textbook with a smile. I thought she seems to be interested in the contents. After Nishita leaves the classroom, she spends the rest of break time flipping through the textbook. You find something that interests you?
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが。
The princess flips through the pages. Then she goes back a few more pages and her hands stop. This is... A woman with a firm expression is on the page she paused at. She vaguely resembles Princess Fina.
母です。
Your mother.
先代の王だった私の母親です。
The textbook I read, A Queen's Syphilia. No wonder their faces resemble each other's. Well, if I had to say, it wasn't just their faces that looked alike. I see. Passed away many years ago. If I remember right, the present king is Princess Fina's father.
教科書に載ってるなんて少し複雑な気持ちです。
That you returned to restore diplomatic relations between Earth and the Moon.
ええ、もちろん母は誇りに思っていますが、やはり過去の人という感覚が強くなってしまって。
Princess looks taken aback.
申し訳ありません。今のは聞かなかったことにしていただけませんか？
I don't know exactly how Princess Fina feels, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to even if I tried. Since I lost my parents myself, and now it's more difficult when someone offers their imprudent sympathies. But Princess is not silent. The bell of the signal to start a class rings at just the right time. I was thinking we should take up the challenge of trying to visit the school cafeteria today for a change.
Oh!
購買部？
惣菜パンやサンドイッチ、ジュースを売っている売店のことです。
The bread doesn't get stale either, no matter how slow you eat it.
わかりました。ですが、チャレンジというのは？
Look at those people over there, pointing at the long line of people.
私たちはもう手遅れかけてるんです。特に人気の高いパンは、その存在が幻と言われるほど。
では、早速並ばないと。
In the end, the popular bread we tried to get was sold out. What we bought was an egg sandwich, a tuna sandwich, some red bean paste bread, a lot of bear and croquette bread, and some melon bread.
最初はフィーナ姫に選んでもらおうか。
Yeah, please pick the two you'd like.
よろしいのですか？
もちろんですよ。
Go ahead, don't hold back. Princess Fina looks at the bread one by one with great interest.
では、これとこれを。
She picks the egg sandwich and a bear and croquettes and
せーの。
croquette bread.
じゃんけん。
Paper.
やっぱり負けた。
Natsuki's proud of her bad luck and generally gives in to it. And I'll take this and this. Choose the tuna sandwich and the other bear and croquette bread. However, the princess stares at me with curiosity.
達也様、今のじゃんけんというのは一体？
あれ
Don't know rock, paper, scissors.
はい。
Here, let me show you. Start explaining the basics of rock, paper, scissors. Then Natsuki and I demonstrate a few times after that. Now then, princess.
はい。
1, 2.
フィーナ姫、見事でございます。
I was massacred.
お二人とも芝居がかりすぎですよ。でも面白い勝負方法ですね。
I see, says the princess as she nods.
好きでは廃れちゃったのかな。
Knows if the first settlers on the moon knew about it or
地
not.
球上のどこでもやってるもんだと思ってたけど。
I don't know about that. Anyway, what's left for Natsuki is the red bean paste bread and melon bread.
甘いのばっかり。
Natsuki, who'd been talking about going on a diet last month, drops her shoulders.
夏希様、交換しても。
Nah, princess, the world of victory and defeat is a harsh one.
でも
I'm sure the bread I took had higher calories.
そっか、そうだよね。
Natsuki makes an energetic comeback. Now it's fast.
では、いただきまーす。
いただきます。
Let's distribute the drinks too. Hand over a can of oolong tea, Princess Fina.
これはどうやって飲めばよいのでしょうか。
Princess Fina flips the can upside down and turns it around and stares at it. Here, let me show you. Natsuki and I teach the greatly perplexed princess how to open a can of juice. Of course, we have to show her how to eat the bread as well. We're reviewing the school curriculum at our house after school. We validate how Princess Fina's classes at her previous academy completely differ from from what we're studying now. Math, social studies, science, athletics, even lunar studies. We're surprised at how well the princess can keep up despite her previous curriculum being completely different.
数学の進み方は月に近いですね。
体育は全然違うみたい。
Chemistry and physics also seem more complex.
政治経済が複雑で大変そうです。
Of course, it's important for her to fill the gaps of knowledge which she's currently missing. Due to her position, Princess Fina isn't spoiled, and she seems to have grades anyone would be proud of. However, the truth is that we're having a study meeting just to stall some time.
達也くん、ごめんなさい。あと30分くらい引っ張って。
Roger that.
あと、舞ちゃんにはみやちゃんを抑えとくように伝えてくれる？
Sure.
さやか様、今日はせっかくのお休みなのにお忙しそうですね。
ちょっとね。
Nesan Pat is out to the door. Nesan, who works for the museum, has more days off on the weekdays than on the weekends.
さやか様、どうしたんでしょうか？
Who knows? Oh yeah, I wrote down a cooking recipe for a meal. It's in the kitchen. Today we're conspiring with the Takamizawa family to hold a welcome party for Princess Fina and Mia. It will take place inside Trattoria Salmon. Now that the restaurant's closed for the night, the preparations at Salmon's should be progressing at a frenzied pace. Mai and I are in the midst of a struggle as the ones in charge of keeping the two of them inside.
達也様、今日は夕食が遅いのでしょうか？
Yeah, Mai says something like that.
そうでしたか。
Doesn't say it, but she's definitely implying that she's hungry. Are they done yet?
はい。失礼します。達也くん、そろそろ。
We've been waiting.
今日はトラットリアサモンで夕食なんですね。
That's right.
お兄ちゃん、オッケー？
Let's go in then.
これは。
お待たせいたしました。
ようこそお運びくださいました。
楽しんでいってください。
There are platters of party cuisine arranged in a merry manner on top of the tables. Various beverages have been set out, and altogether it was a simple. And although it was simple, there was a banner welcoming the two of them too.
今日はお二人の歓迎会を開催します。
I think I have my fucking thumbnail. Right there. Sound of applause echoes through the salmons throughout.
姫様。
皆さん、
Neither of them know what to say. Both of them seem stunned by the surprise, but nevertheless delighted.
みんなこれを持って。
Natsuki distributes party poppers to everyone.
そして、お二人は真ん中へどうぞ。
Mrs. Fina and Mia were standing by the entrance, get pulled towards the middle of the floor.
これは
Everyone's eyes are gathered on the two of
じゃ
them.
あ、なつきちゃん、お願い。
Fears that Natsuki is the one doing the first speech. The face is flushed, is already flushed. Would you be okay?
この度は、ようこそ地球にいらっしゃいませ。
おう、噛んでるよ、夏希。
わかってるわよ。
Laughter spreads around the room like a ripple. Natsuki clears her throat.
とにかく、お二人が来てくれて嬉しいです。
Why is Mai just sitting there like...
よろしくと、ようこその気持ちを込めて準備しました。堅苦しいことは抜きにして、パーッと楽しんでください。
Pop crack. Party pops are pulled and paper tape flies everywhere.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
They bow deeply.
さ、冷めないうちに料理を食べてくれよ。たくさん作っちゃったから、どんどん遠慮なく、もりもりと。
まだまだ増えるからな。
すごいです。
いただきますね。
Food lined up is casual and easier to eat than salmon's usual cuisine. Garlic toast with salad, french fries, cheese and crackers. And of course, there's their trademark pizza and spaghetti on a large plate.
どうぞどうぞ。
Natsuki distributes a bunch of things to today's two main
なつき
characters.
様もご一緒に作られたのですか？
私は盛り付けなどを。
Natsuki once got worked up about making a bento for an athletics meeting back in the day. Natsuki tries to shut me up by ignoring and keep talking, but once she brought it over to us, it was pitch black and burnt.
それなのに夏希と来たら、自信作よなんて言ってましてね。可愛い妹が頑張って作ったんだからと口に入れるじゃないですか。
I ate it too, and when I did,
もう、その話はいいじゃない。
いや、これはフィーナ姫にも知っておいてもらわなくては。何より事実だしね。
so I put it in my mouth, but the texture was like a pebble.
砂利？
達也くん、僕はどちらかというと、ボリッという音だったな。
どっちでもいいでしょ。
つまり、もう完全に炭化していたわけです。僕は、夏希を筆頭とする料理が苦手な全ての人に、声を大にして言いたい。脳ガキはいいから味見しろと。ゴフ。
Natsuki elbows the side of Jin's stomach.
まあ、そう夏希を責めるなよ、ジン。
そういう親父殿は、あの時、夏希の弁当を食べませんでしたね。
おっと、仕込みが残ってたな。
Anyway, all the side dishes in the bento tasted like charcoal. And ever since Natsuki's cooking has been referred to as carbon.
それ以来って、カーボンだったのはあの一回だけじゃない。
いや、二度と食べたくないからね。
今はそんなことないってのに。もう。
This episode always comes up whenever Natsuki's cooking gets mentioned.
そのうち驚かせてやるから、首を洗って待ってなさいよ。
その時は、私もなつきさんのお料理を食べてみたいです。
Well, I'll be waiting without any expectations.
松田なんて、達也くんは勇気があるな。僕は逃げるからね。
Donk. Jin gets hit in the back of his head with a wooden spoon.
はい、グラスですよ。どんどん飲んでくださいね。
Natsuki exhibits a righteous spirit and whirls around vigorously. I also start to carry food out of habit. New food keeps appearing from the kitchen. Mai goes around pouring drinks, and Ness explains to Princess Fina and Mia about the food.
それでは皆さんに飲み物が行き渡ったようなので、フィーナ様よりお言葉をいただきます。
はい。
As one would expect, Princess Feena's composed completely different from Natsuki's clumsy experience. She takes a look at everyone's faces.
本日は私とミアのためにこのような席を設けていただき、誠にありがとうございます。
To decide to make a character called Mai and then have a character called Mia as well.
そもそも今回の留学は
フィーナ様、公式の行事ではありませんから、もっと気楽に行きませんか？
Nelson winks at Princess Feena. Pops chin and everyone else nod with a smile.
そうですね。では5本
She softly clears her throat.
3日が経ちましたが、まだまだ新しい発見や出会いばかりです。私が地球の常識を知らないことで皆様にご迷惑をおかけすると思いますが、どうかミヤともどもよろしくお願いします。
She bows together with Mia, who stands beside her.
よろしくお願いします。
Princess Feena bows as everyone around her gives a grand round of warm applause. Princess raises her head, looks at our faces momentarily, and then continues her speech.
それと、これはもし皆様がよろしければでいいのですが、一つだけお願いがあります。
Everyone listens quietly.
今現在、例えば達也様は私のことをフィーナ姫と呼んでいます。しかし、これではどうしても私の肩書きが気になってしまうのではないかと心配して、どうかこれからはフィーナとだけお呼びいただけませんか？
達也くん、ご指名よ。どうする？
Nelson waves at me. Decide what to say. If you'd call me Tatsuya, then I'd be glad to. Feena considers it for a few seconds.
わかったわ、達也。
Then I'll do the same. Welcome to Earth, Feena.
ありがとう、達也。
Shake hands with each other.
じゃあ、これはこうしちゃいましょうか。
Nelson writes on the banner with a thick magic marker.
お、いいな。
親睦が深まった気がするね。
私もそう思うわ。ありがとう。ほら、ミヤも。私もですか？
Pleased to meet you again.
私は、達也様は、年上ですから。
I'll call you Mia, okay?
それでも、無理です。ミヤが困らせてどうするの？
I wish she'd drop the Sama at least.
では、さん付けでどうかしら？
How's that sound? Return to Mia, to Mai and Nelson.
いいんじゃない？
さやかさん、達也さん、舞さん。さやか、達也、舞。
The two of them call us by name one by one.
嬉しいな。
これで家族って感じがするわ。
Those two seem okay with this.
私ももちろん夏希も一緒よ。では、夏希さんということで。
父上、我らはいかがいたしましょうぞ。どうされました、父上？
俺には一度マスターと呼ばれてみたいという夢があってな。
マスターですか。いいですね。
マスターサモンですね。では、マスターと呼ばせていただきます。
いい感じだ。
イタリア語ではマエストロンなんじゃないかな。というのは黙っておいた方がいいんだよね、きっと。
Yeah, Monsieur Tetsu.
ほら、でもメニューにナポリタンがあることだし。
You don't need to follow up on that, Feena.
いいんだ。マエストロって言うと、なんかこう芸術的というか偉そうというか、ほれ。つまりマスターって響きがいいわけよ。
Pops looks far into the distance while talking.
男が持ってる108のロマンの一つなんだよ。わからなくてもいい。
よくわかりませんが、ロマンは大切だと思います。
おう、舞ちゃん。やっぱりロマンだよな。後で特製のアイスを出すよ。
Deluxe!
マスター。
Master!
マスターマスター
はい、もういい。
And that's how Mia's and Venus on Riverbank went out the door. I'm sure our stiff tones and home politeness will turn into something more friendly from now on.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Jin suddenly gets up.
しばしお耳を拝借。我らが誇るフルーティスト、朝霧舞城によるフルート演奏が始まろうとしております。
ジンさん、恥ずかしいよ。
Take a quick look, and it looks like she's smuggled in her flute case.
みんな、見ないで。
日頃からカテリナ学院吹奏楽部にてフルートの鍛錬を積み、今やパートリーダーにまでなった舞城。その素晴らしい演奏をぜひお聴きください。
Jin was trying to stir things up, and Mai was being shy. Now then, who should I back up? Everyone's waiting to see what'll happen.
わわーどんどんパフ。
舞ちゃんの準備ができ次第、再度お耳を拝借したいと思います。
ブーブー。
楽しいわね。賑やかです。
But Fina, could you attend a party with more people like this? People than this? I'm not used to it, Jen. Facing Fina without any offer.
いいえ。
Yes.
今のように楽しいものはほとんどなかったわ。静かに会食。そしてご挨拶。そんなパーティーが多かったの。
何か僕が褒められてるような気がしたんだが。
いいから、兄さんはこっち。
Natsuki drags an unwilling Jin into the kitchen.
そろそろ準備ができたみたいよ。
Mai lifts her flute and puts it up against her lips. We gather around Mai, and we naturally give her a round of applause.
ありがとうございました。
ブラ
She was so good.
ブラボー。
はらしょー。さすが僕が見込んだだけのことはあるよ、舞ちゃん。
別に見込んでないでしょ。こんなに盛り上がると緊張しちゃうね。舞さん、すごいです。
本当に素晴らしい演奏だったわ。今の曲はアルルの女ね。
ええ、そうです。フィーナさんこそさすがですよ。この曲はかなり昔に作られたものなのに。
You know a lot of classical music, Fina.
詳しいというより、ほとんどクラシックしか聞いたことがないのよ。
そうなんですか。
でも、地球にいるうちに、今風の音楽もたくさん聞いてみたいわ。
任せといてください。
My confident caps her chest.
そろそろドルチェを出していいか？
ドルチェ？
デザートのことですよ、お嬢さん。本日は新鮮なヨーグルトに様々なソースをかけて味わっていただきます。
まあ、ヨーグルトね。ヨーグルトと聞いては、あれを出さないわけにはいきません。
うちの冷蔵庫の？
そうです。少し待っていてくださいね。
Mia gets up from her seat. What was it again?
ミヤちゃんは月からジャムを持ってきているの。
おお、それは楽しみですね。月の王宮のジャムとサモンシェフの共演ということですか？
いいえ、ミヤのジャムは自家製なのよ。私の乳母でもあるお母上仕込み。
Fina gives a proud smile as she says that. It seems to be Fina's foster sister. They've probably always been together ever since their childhood.
お待たせいたしました。
こっちの準備も終わったよ。
There's a bowl of yogurt on the table. You're around distributing spoons and cups to everyone.
今日作ったソースはこれだ。左からキウイ、カシス、それにチョコレート。
why I'm all over that kiwi sauce. I love kiwis. That was actually something that nearby grocery store used to sell that for some reason I stopped selling, which I'm still pissed about. Which is basically like they were literally just like cream cheese sticks. It was literally basically like a fucking bar of cream cheese covered in breading. Something that I would love to do is eat that with like a self-made kiwi like jam that my grandmother made every now and again. And I would just adore just like grabbing these cream cheese things and dipping them in the kiwi jam and eating them like that. It was fucking delicious. Oh, now I'm getting hungry again. How much do it cost? It wasn't those. It wasn't those. Unless they changed their fucking package. No, this is actually these. This was open mark apparently. Yeah, green used to be them. It's fucking shame.
私のジャムはこれです。
She takes out some small bottles from her
右
bag.
からブルーベリー、木イチゴ、それにバラのジャムです。皆様もどうぞお召し上がりください。
お、これはうまいね。
Jin samples me as jam in a flash. I was certain it was one. He's right, this is good.
私も。では少しずつ。
もらっていいかね？
His jam was a big hit. Yeah, the party also gave Pops his yogurt sauce. Yogurt sauce is high praise.
こちらもとても美味しいわ。
うわー、こんな味がするとは新鮮です。
Also got a new bowl of yogurt and tried each sauce. Whoa, have I had anything this delicious before?
あら、こっちも美味しそう。
お姉ちゃん待って、私も。
マスター、さすがです。
Master.
マスター？ああ、俺か。
You're the one who asked for it, so keep it together. Pops' face stiffens a bit.
で？
今ミヤちゃんが褒めてくれたんですよ。
おお、そうか。ありがとう、ミヤちゃん。ミヤちゃんのジャムも良かったぞ。
美味しかった。
Yeah, the scent of roses was especially fresh.
そうですか
He's happy and a little bit
地
embarrassed.
球で手に入る食材ではもうジャムを作った？
まだです。
舞ちゃんかなつきちゃんに商店街を案内してもらうといいかもね。
ええ、お願いね。
任せて。
Natsuki claps her chest.
新しいジャムの材料にチャレンジしてみるのも楽しそうですよね。
お腹いっぱいになりましたね。
今日もとても美味しかったですよ。
舞ちゃんにそう言ってもらえるなんて嬉しいな。
本当に美味しかったですし、楽しかったです。
みやちゃんにまでそう言ってもらえるなんて、料理人冥利につきますな。
いつの間にかジンの野郎、酒飲みやがった。
I didn't notice. There weren't a lot of drinks left. The atmosphere is somewhat calm. It's like the banquet is coming to a close. Fina takes the atmosphere into consideration and steps forward. Everyone falls silent as she does.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。この数時間で皆様ととても親しくなれました。地球に来るのは2度目なのですが、1度目は本当に幼い頃のことだったので、地球に来るのはほとんど初めてと変わりません。そのため、ご迷惑をおかけしたり、お教えいただくことも多いと思います。王家の人間として、そして王族の矜持にかけて、恩義は忘れません。これから留学が終わるまでの間、改めてどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
She gives us a bow. Everyone gives a warm applause.
さあ、片付けるか。
フィーナ様、戻りましょうか。いいえ、私も片付けるのをお手伝いするわ。
私もお手伝いさせてください。
そうこなくっちゃ。
Yeah, and everybody helped clean up by putting the tables back in order and removing the decorations. Someone's returned to its original state pretty fast since there were more people than usual helping out. We thank about everyone from the Takamizawa family, and then we return home. For some reason, all of us gather in the living room. The lively welcoming party is over, and we're all sobering up from the aftertaste in our own way. Suddenly I've noticed that Fina had opened the backyard sliding door as she stepped out into the garden. I follow after Fina for no particular reason. Fina standing motionless while staring up at the moon. The moon, faintly covered by clouds, gleams of white on Fina's face.
荒野ばかりの月も38万キロ離れたところから見ると綺麗ね。
Alright. I wonder how she feels gazing up at her birthplace from so far away.
達也、先ほども言った通り、私が地球に来るのは2度目なの。
I remember.
その1度目の時、
Earlier I mentioned that she didn't really remember her first time here. The princess has come to Earth once when she was a child. She was a child.
いいえ、なんでもないわ。忘れて。
Fina smiles and then looks up at the moon again with a fun expression.
月は地球からだとこう見えるのね。
Yeah.
月から見た地球と比べて随分小さい。
That's so. I know how she'll respond to that. It's like Fina swallowed what she wanted to say, but I'm sure I'll get along with Fina from now on. Fina will study about the Earth. I'll study about the moon. That way, I feel like everything will start to move little by little. Second opening. Surprising, not.
ごちそうさまでした。
Anyways, I'm gonna call it. Fuck, that was the wrong thing. Piece of shit. Gonna save over there again. And anyways, like I said, I hope you guys just wanted to see you next time. Bye bye.